Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spiritual Insight. I am Tiffany White, Sage Woman, and I'm very honored and happy to be sitting in the sacred circle with each and every one of you this evening, March 12th, the 12th of March already. Wow. Wow. Here we are. So, how is everyone doing this evening? And I just want to say hello and welcome to all of our live viewers on YouTube and Rumble. And I will give you shout outs in just a minute. And for those of you who maybe are new and watching or even listening, because all of the audio from my show, from all the Goldylocks production shows, goes to multiple music and podcast streaming platforms. So, yes. Yay! So here's my website, whitesagewoman.com, SAGE, White Sage Woman, 1, WOMAN, whitesagewoman.com. If you would like to just see my services, that's a good way to contact me if you don't have my contact information already. And so just welcome everyone, give everyone a chance to come in and for joining us this evening. All right. And hello, Maureen on Rumble and Rumble viewers there as well. I know we have many quiet Rumble viewers, but I just want you to know that each and every one of you are appreciated. Okay, so let me just see here. All right, so we had Robert, aka Shaman Bob, and thank you for your donation, your super sticker, your donation on YouTube. And hello, Richard and Nancy, and thank you, Nancy, for your donation as well. Let me see. Robert has a comment here. The place I had my last two Reiki sessions, a woman I had a conversation with asked the show owner if we could get together to talk. She liked the talk. I was shocked to find out earlier today. Well, Robert, that's awesome. Yay! Woohoo! What was the messages you were getting last night repeatedly about? Love. Oh, not to make you feel uncomfortable, not rushing into anything. It's just the energy exchange, right? Just so nice, so beautiful. I know it might be shocking for a hermit at first. It's like, oh, out of your comfort zone. Oh, that's great. Yay. Yes, and all the chatterers on tonight. Nancy, I love that. Okay. Yay. Hello, Destiny. Hello, beautiful Ruth. Hello, Wendy. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. There we go. Just everyone saying hello. I love how interactive this circle is with each other. And I just think that's wonderful. Now, I will be giving messages this evening, so Robert and Nancy will be first when I give messages, and I'm just going to give you some insightful messages, just right from. I don't need cards. So I'm just going to give you messages. Just when it's time, I'll prompt you. Okay. So, Robert, very shocking. You're so sweet. Yes. It can be exciting and scary at the same time, right? So don't run. Just move forward slowly, cautiously, right? Oh my. So last week, for those of you who tuned in, we kind of ran out of time, but at the end there, it was dream with me and let's have this beautiful um, intention and manifesting of what the new earth is going to look like. And we were having fun with it, and Joe we're just going to pick up from here, where it was last time, just to start off with, that, all right, so the new earth, which is 5D, Might be hard to see, um, because it's harder to see higher dimensions if you're not used or exposed to them. Now, many of us have, if you've ever meditated, you've got to be familiar with the 5D. Most definitely with the 4D, the 5D, and then even higher than that. Each time you meditate, you go higher and higher. All right. And so we were talking about some things like, all right, so, and they are working on this already. They have been manufactured. They are being manufactured. Um, Levitation vehicles, not just for personal use that would replace our cars, not just for personal use, but they would replace buses. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what's being made and produced. And I'm just going to be very careful here right now, but know that that's ready to roll out. Okay, it's not a thought process and a think tank somewhere. These things are being made. All right, and have been made, and so they're ready to roll out when the right moment. The right moment. So then what would happen then, you know, is all the roads could get pulled up, the driveways, the do you know how healing that would be for this planet to have all that stuff taken off? Then we go to free energy, back to it because we had it one time before, um, with the ethers and just connecting with this earth magnetic field, our magnetic field. There was free energy at one time, and they tried to, I'm not going to go down that road. Anyway, there was, trust me. So now let's visualize all the power lines going down, the power poles, all this type of thing. And I think the precursor to this too was that even if things look scary, things closing down, people losing jobs, know that new jobs will be created, and this is where it's going in construction and road work, and taking down these utilities, these old controlled power lines and power poles, and there's just going to be new things opening up, and maybe the hospitals turned into new healing centers instead. When they roll out med beds and these other technologies. I just want a precursor to this is that I still firmly believe, that we can heal ourselves. And it's an ongoing process. Sure, we can have a little nudge or help. That's great. But it's not to do all the work for us. It's to help and to assist. So I just want to say that, put that in there, a little comment there. And so, it's supermarkets maybe turning back into marketplaces where if everyone that has grows their own food, or there's a community gardens and we all go there, and with what we grow, maybe with what we sow, people who actually sow maybe cotton and linen, hemp. There's a lot of hemp farms here in Connecticut. Hemp growers again. They're going to need helpers. Uh, so just whether it's farms, I mean, there's just going to be so many new opportunities that's going to open up. Benevolent jobs, kind jobs, not jobs that you're forced to do. This is getting out there and helping rebuild our communities. All right. And it's so don't be scared to dream that. It's not a lie. It's not something, a carrot dangling in front of you that's going to be pulled. It's make this your reality. Schools will be transformed. Do we need buildings for schools? Shouldn't they be outside? Shouldn't they be with nature? Internships again. Learning with your elders, children alongside, being taught by their parents, by their elders, by their community leaders. Absolutely. getting involved with, and everything has a phase. It's not everything's gonna change on a dime. There has to be a phasing in. All right. And so we do have to get involved with, how do we want our communities to be rebuilt too. So getting involved with our community. And so this is really fun to do that. I know it can seem scary, the unknown, but let that maybe that little bit of fear, don't give fear too much power. But that unknown, let it excite you. Be excited about it. Let it be the fuel that propels you forward. All right. And so it's, and then just so many things that I'm not even thinking of right now that is going to be transformed. The arts is going to be recognized. Could you just imagine going to any parks now and having people playing high frequency music, the 432 hertz, or, different types of hertz of music, but all the music will be sound healing now. Oh, just wow. Wow. and us meeting others who live on this planet, who we share this planet with, those who maybe live underground, and those in the waters, in the oceans. They want to meet us. They really do. But we have to take the fear aside. I don't blame them for wanting to stay back, because when you see what happens, that most people will shoot first and ask later, or ask questions later. That's the wrong way to live. We shouldn't live in that first chakra of fight or flight. And we're going to get back to that whole heart-centered community and way of living. And so if I was living like under the water, I would be cautious in coming up to knowing need for safety for yourself, for your family. So it's all things we have to consider is that not everyone has to look like us. And we have to show and prove everyone else that we can get along, that we're done with this whole division, trickery, this whole divide. All right, we can't do this anymore. We have to move forward in unity. And we're so strong when we are united. So let me catch up on some comments here. Take a little break real quick. Let's see. Richard, I talked to a guy whose wife teach high fitness and told him about tonight's show. Thank you so much, Richard. And made more chicken and dumplings again. Very good. That's nice. Hello, Sarah. Yeah. Let's see, Carol Ann. Hello, Carol Ann. Carol Ann. And also want to welcome all the viewers on LinkedIn too. So streams live to my LinkedIn. Tongue twister. I love your vision, Tiffany. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Let it be all our vision, right? And Nancy, I know you know, but for those of you who are familiar with Elena Denon, she's an emissary for the Galactic Federation of Worlds. So she has a lot of contact with our star families. And one of the places she went, she was able to see the future 20 years from now. And it's astounding. All we got to do is just get started. And it's, I almost cried when I heard how the earth is healed. And it's healed tremendously from now into 20 years. And it makes sense, doesn't it? I'll start crying. So I'm just going to stop there. Anyway, it's so beautiful. We have really hurt and abused our most gracious host, our hostess, who is a living being. This planet is a living being. And we need to live in harmony with her. All right? And so I'm going to take a sip of water so I don't cry. And Alex Collier, absolutely, yes. So beautiful, so beautiful. I listen to, I know you do too, Nancy, Alex Collier's weekly webinars on Fridays. I absolutely love those. I resonate with it. I love both their work. Alex, Collier, Elena Denon, Michael, Dr. Michael Salla, Salla, Michael Salla. Um, a lot of great things happening, a lot. So when you are listening to things that maybe make you feel heavy and anxious and sad, just stop listening and just find some, do some sound healing, do something to just purge all of that and find things that we listen to. There's so many people out there. The truth, there's one thing I couldn't understand is, why is someone yelling? Why are they yelling at? It sounds like you're being yelled at, right? And it's like, I don't want to be yelled at. Please stop. Um, just to, and maybe it's because we get, when someone's yelling, they feel like they've been suppressed. Their voice has been suppressed. And think about this too, is I try to be patient with people like that, because I remember when I had a hard time with my words. I felt my voice, I was being suppressed, and what I thought, how I felt, and that when I finally did speak up, it was yelling. And then it's kind of like you go from one extreme to the next until you find that center balance. And then I worked on, okay, let's just center. And so it's kind of like something that's been sealed shut for so long, and when it opens, it's like have force behind it, doesn't it? So let's have some patience, and maybe help with, okay, wow, let's recognize that this person feels invisible. This person feels like they're not worthy to share their voice, and their, who they are, how their thoughts, and that we just have to have the patience dealing with these people, show them with love, and just, okay, you know. So it's not impossible. It's all possible. Okay. All right. So that was fun, and I just wanted to. As we are ascending, now, isn't this interesting too? As we ascend, some people have a spiritual name. White Sage Woman was an indigenous name that was given to me, that I had no idea about. But someone gives you a spiritual name, or I've heard someone say whether their magic name, their whatever. But mine was at an indigenous drumming circle, and elders came through and said it was time for me to have a spiritual name, and this is what I'm going to be called. This is what they were calling me, and I need to use it. And so, okay, I'm not going to go really into all that. I think a lot of you know that story already, but I really, at that time, I didn't know too much about. I knew that the Native Americans, all the indigenous beings here were totally wronged, and I'm sure, like myself, as with everyone, a lot of you here were either angered or crying or really upset when we heard that history in school. And it was just so upsetting, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so barbaric. Why would we treat another human being like that? All for land, all for greed. Wow. So that was really all of the extent of that. And then getting back into, okay, I'm going to get into some drumming circles. And I did meet some guardians when I was young, some indigenous guardians. This was when lived in the mountains in Virginia. And I remember meeting them. But they were spirit, they were spirit guardians and very protective of the earth in that space. And that was about it. And maybe it scared me because I was young. I was like 3 or 4. Maybe the way that their paint and the face was painted and all, maybe it kind of startled me. And but I always had a loving attitude, of course, towards the indigenous. And so I was quite surprised that I was giving a name. Yes, the Trail of Tears, exactly. I was quite surprised. And then, you were reminded, we never know who we were in a past life. We maybe, we're all connected too. We're all connected. And he was just like, it's time. And you need to use this name, because I was like, oh, this is nice. Yeah, okay, whatever. I was just going with it, just being nice. And my friend who was with me was like, this is a big deal. And I'm like, what? She goes, this is a big deal. And I'm like, okay. And so then the elder was just like, yes, you need to use this name. Don't you put this on the back burner. You need to use it, honor it, step into it. Step into it. And I'm like, okay. I just started my business at that time too. And so it was named Goldylocks Temple of Healing, right? So I'm like, what am I going to do with this white sage woman name? Okay, I'll just add it out. I will refer to it. I will honor it. And so that's when I made the website URL, was White Sage Woman. To honor, look, I'm honoring it. Well, since that time then, and doing your ancestry and all that, checking that all out, and I found out that on my dad's side of the family, I was reminded, because I remembered that my grandmother has really, those indigenous cheekbones. She has really, and her skin was always a little darker, a little very beautiful woman. And she that her dad was from the Florida tribe, one of the Florida tribes, and and that he was there when I was honored with that name. So, all right, I went off track on that, but I think somebody didn't know the story, so I was just quickly, that's the short version. So I'm honored with that. So I use it now. And okay, so my name is Tiffany White, and then they said White Sage Woman. So the white's being used twice. It's just like, okay. And I'm thinking white sage, like the sage that you burn, and sometimes, yes, when I'm nervous or something, I'll make I'll make jokes, usually inappropriate times. Nervous smile, make jokes, and be like, really timing, Tiffany. And I'm like, what? So I'm sitting there going, why sage, like the sage incense, that kind of thing. And my friend's like, just shut up and just accept this. And no, you will understand what the sage means later. I get it now. I get it. So anyway, so there that is. All right. So everyone, as we are, and that really is kind of like a nudge to ascending. So everyone has, if they feel like they get to this certain point, and then they're given a spiritual name, and it shows that they're ascending. Well, this planet has 3 names. The 3D version of this planet is what we call Earth. We say Earth, right? It's Earth. 5D is Terra, T-A-R-A, and I've also seen it T-E-R-R-A. What does that remind you of? What does that remind you of? Like terracotta, right? Terracotta. That's very interesting. It does remind me of like terracotta. There is, and it's interesting because there's I think there's 5 Terras, the female Buddhas. And I have the green Terra here on my desk. This is Terra. All right. Look at her. Isn't it interesting that the female goddess's name, there's 5 of them. Green, let's see. Green, blue, white. I forget the other 2 colors. I forget the other 2. Oh, red. But I have the green one. And I've also, in looking at the white one, I think the white one's interchangeable with Kuan Yin. I really think they call the white Terra is Kuan Yin as well. So in Sanskrit, the name Terra means star, right? Star. But she also was called she who brings forth life, the great compassionate mother, the embodiment of wisdom, and the great protectress. Wow, what a great name, Terra. And so now Our star families call us Terrans, by the way, Terrans. They refer to this planet as Terra. They refer to it already as a 5D planet. Isn't that amazing? Woohoo! Because there's no going back. I mean, we're, hello, there's no stopping this. Now, she was at one time 5D, getting ready to ascend to the 7D. You know what the 7D name is? Gaia. So many of us are living, are not of, some of us, maybe not all of us, because a lot of us came here to help. There was a call, an SOS that went out to help humanity and this planet, and a lot of us are here. They came in to help. So, but before the great fall, the great Star Wars, whatever that happened, and I'm not going to go through the whole history of that because this is really covered. This is Elena Danon's lane, so I'm just not going to go through all that. But there are three, there's names. Harmonic universes is what they're referred to, or harmonic frequencies of this planet. Earth is 3D, Terra is 5D, Gaia is 7D. All right. And so when I hear people say Gaia, I kind of chuckle because you know where they are. They're working in the 7D frequencies already. You know, Terra totally resonated with me. I'm like, yes, wow. So, let me catch up on some of these. This is great. Hold on, let's see. Carol Ann, great story. Thank you for sharing, Tiffany. Oh, you're welcome, Carol Ann. Did you never hear that story before? All right, so Destiny, a Native American and have a spirit name. Spirit name. Thank you, Destiny. Yes. Caroline Carey, Castle Top in Ireland. The sacred land, the Hill of Terra. Ireland, the doorway to a magical world. Yes, there is. There is. And I recently, we all know that a lot of our history is, you know, not correct. But I had heard that they really dimmed down Ireland's history and that it's so much more powerful. And all this is going to come out. All of this is, you know, I absolutely feel that it's a magical place in Ireland. And there you go, the Hill of Terra, the doorway to the mystical world. Wow. Thanks for sharing that, Caroline. I didn't realize that. Okay. So yeah, so Terra, like terracotta, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Pretty awesome. So if that helps you to kind of just visualize and see that and to know that. And when I give blessings to the land every morning, the land, all the elements, to all the harmonic universes, the harmonic frequencies of this planet, you know, I always, you know, say Earth, Tara, Gaia, and beyond, because there's more, you know, you go further than 7D, right? Absolutely. There's always room for ascension. There's always room for ascension. So let's not put anything in a box and put a start or an end, or just let it be. Just let it be, right? Yay! Yes, Destiny. I see you scratching the back of the head, and I'm feeling energy in the back. Yes. There's a lot of when I do my shows, you probably notice me touching my head a lot because there's a lot of energy. A lot of energy. It's like woo, woo. Yes, we will do a clearing before I get into the messages. Okay, absolutely. So just wanted to share just a couple more things. Cheers. Cheers. To about that, and I thought that this was fascinating. I read a newsletter, and it's very long. I'm not going to share everything with you. It's from Lisa Renee. For those who may be familiar with Lisa Renee's work, she works a lot with Laura Eisenhower too. So Laura Eisenhower from what she has said in past webinars is that she is friends with Lisa Renee and they chat frequently. All right, so it makes sense then that there are multiple halls of records, right? So the 3D that we know, Earth, is the most popular one, Akashic, the Akashic, and that's the Akasha energy. So the Akashic records. Well, the 5D has one, acoustic for Akusia, Akusa. I'm saying that wrong. Akusa, but acoustic. Now, doesn't it almost sound like acoustic? But it's with an E, acoustic. Well, it sounds like acoustic. Acoustic records. Is that being stored in sound? Very interesting. And then the 7D is the Rishiak, like the Risha. So I just thought that was interesting, that we are in the time right now where these trimetrics merge into the cosmic hall of records. So it's very, very powerful. And this is when that veil of amnesia for us drops off and we can connect with our soul's records, that cosmic hall of records. We'll remember everything. We remember everything. And I think that's beautiful. But if you get a chance, Lisa Renee, her February newsletter was very, very good. A little snippet here was during this advanced stage of bio-spiritual ascension, the individual light body will be surrounded by the stormy night robes of dark matter filament, correcting artificial dark matter particulates. And this appears as the deep space fabric embodied with the constellation of stars. So, I like to wear a lot of black, and then I wear my star shirt tonight. Why do I wear a lot of black? Because it feels comforting to me. All right? Personally. Then it goes on. The sensation is one of being wrapped in the compassionate care of the holy cosmic mother and father, and not the cold or frightening sensation we may associate with feeling alone in the void of deep dark space. Currently, we are experiencing the cosmic spirit body cell clusters being corrected and activated for alignment with the eternal spirit body of our authentic cosmic mother and father. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Yay. So, yes, I always feel like, too, now trust me, I see a lot of color. A lot of colorful, and I just like to. I feel like it's like that. I'm just wrapped in space with, and we are the light. Let's think about that. We're stars in the darkness. You shine brightly like the star to remind us to shine. Now, someone in all white freaks me out anyway, and I know that's I didn't get that till probably about 10 years ago. It's a past life. I was sacrificed and I was wearing all white, because in every other country, white is the color of funeral colors. They put white cloth. You're wearing something white when you're being sacrificed. I mean, it's like, yeah, no. I'll wear a white blouse. It's going to have a black jacket, but I will wear small amounts of white just because I'm still healing from that. It's like, oh yeah, no. You can be blinded by the light. No, thank you. I'm good. Wendy, I wear a black too. I also feel very comfortable in it. Exactly. I feel comfortable. I feel that hug. I feel that wrap. Those arms wrapped around me, that energy wrapped around me of love and compassion. I don't feel floating alone in the darkness like that. And so that's why I like to wear that. And it goes with everything. It really does. So hello, Marcia. Hello. You'll have to go back and watch the beginning, of course, So, that was fun, wasn't it? So thank you so much for hanging in there and listening to my stories and the sharing. Okay, so Destiny, we'll start off this reading with giving all messages with a little bit of sound healing, prayer request. Absolutely. Let me get my tuning forks out here. Oh, I got I don't know if you can see it behind me. I got some more healing bowls too. So, and they actually sound really, really good. Tibetan healing bowls, some small ones. So I'm going to, one of my shows will just do some sound healing. Wouldn't that be nice? I'll put all my bowls and just, yeah, and we'll do some sound healing. Probably not the whole show because it'll probably make us all kind of like we want to know what to do. No. Ooh. All right. Okay, so here we go. We'll start with the 432 hertz tuning fork. I appreciate you, Destiny. All right, you ready? 432. If you're sitting, put your feet on the ground. If you're laying down, that's fine too. You can still ground when you're laying down. Just be aware of the sensations at the bottom of your feet. The bottom of your feet, it's you know what? It's not a coincidence that the bottom of the seat are called the soles of your feet. The soles of your feet. Soul, S-O-U-L, soul, the soles of your feet. So when we go around barefooted, we're bearing our soul. We're bearing our soul to the earth. So you can take your socks off if you feel like you need to. It might be cold, but if you're barefoot, that's fine too. I always say that my energy and the connection is so much stronger than the socks on my feet, than the shoes on my feet. None of that holds back our energy. All right, it doesn't. It goes right through it. Nothing can interfere with that connection. Will not let anything interfere with the connection to this planet, to this earth, and to our cosmic mother and father. Nothing will interfere with that. Okay, nothing, no one, whatever. So when you have that intention, all right, doesn't matter if you're laying down or sitting down, and putting your feet on the floor just helps. Just uncross your legs and let the energy flow up each leg in a balanced manner. Okay, so up your feet to your legs, meeting at the base of the spine and going all the way up. And it meets up, it go up. You pull the energy up because the energy naturally comes from down. Down. It's whether we want to block it, judgment blocks. All right. And so it's even more powerful when we bring it up from the earth. The earth is always connected to source, always. So we're pulling in all that energy and just blowing any blockages, anything. It's so much more powerful when it gets its momentum and comes up and goes pop. All right. And then meets up with the rest of the energies from our crown chakra, our soul chakra, our star chakras, all the chakras above us, our heads. Okay. So yeah, here we go. Everyone take some deep breaths. Another one. Ooh, yeah, I felt a big release on that last one. It's good. And for anything else, all those little annoying little tiny nippy nips. Yeah, here we come. Here comes the mother. Here comes the crystal quartz. The crystal quartz. The crystal tuning fork. The 4096 hertz. Okay, so here we go. Let's get any of the residual stuff, any of the nasty little tiny stuff hanging around. Oh no, it's all going to be gone. So here we go. Take a deep breath in, and we're just going to release anything that no longer serves us out of our bodies, out of our aura, out of our luminous energy field. And guess what? As it's leaving, I'm commanding it to all rebalance, and then it will be recycled. Okay, because as we are releasing, we need to make sure it's rebalanced and then recycled, because the universe recycles everything. But if we rebalance it first, we're helping. We're not adding to it. We're helping. All right? So here we go. Ooh. My webcam didn't know what to do with that one. It got kind of blurry. My webcam's even like, whoa. Oh, yeah. I take some deep breaths. Woo. How does that feel? This one makes me feel so relaxed. The best high ever, a natural high. Woo! And you can remember the next day what happened. Ooh, yeah. How's that? That's great, isn't it? All right. Now, so I'm going to give people messages, and this is what we're going to do, okay? I don't need cards. I like cards sometimes just for a visual, but I've done this before a couple weeks ago. What we're going to do is, if you have a specific question, put it in the comments. Now, if you just kind of want to see what your guides want to say, pick a category of your life: love, job, moving, whatever. Put a keyword or a phrase in there that you that you would like to have some insight on. Okay, so just to free float with your energy takes a little bit of time. You don't get right in there, but that's what I would like for you to do. Either a specific question or an area in your life that you would like some insight on. Okay, or you can even ask, you know, a question you heard something and you want clarity on. Anything like that. Just, you know. Yeah, I know, Destiny. That's the one. Oh, Sarah, wow, I had rainbow light come up out of me in my crown chakra. Well, yes. This is, this is the mother of all, right? Tuning forks and the rainbow maker. Let's call that's our new nickname for that, right? The rainbow maker. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Brings out the dragons, the unicorns. Woohoo! Oh, you're welcome. Hello, Robin. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. First one is Ruth. Insight on career, please. Sure. I mean, Ruth, there's lots of paths to your career. Now, this is beautiful. So I'm being shown a spider web. All right. And so if you've ever, now, don't be squeamish over the spider. I want you to recognize the beautiful abilities the spider has in creating her web. And it's just amazing. And in harmony with the elements, because when the wind blows, it doesn't tear it apart. So you have many strands of your one web of really who you are, because that's the career for you, is a reflection of who you are and showing the world all the facets of Ruth. And it's beautiful because, you're sharing your light. And so there's many different parts to that, just all the threads that's involved in that spider web. Okay. Yeah. So just keep at it. It's successful. It's this very strong web that you are building, that you are creating, that you are manifesting in this manifesting March. Yes. And so a lot of great things. Just There's so much. The only thing, you have so much coming in, and you're really good with writing down a list. It doesn't really matter the order. If you get a nudge to go and with something you have number 3 on the list, move that to number 1. It doesn't matter the order. Okay? Just, all right, there you go. And I leave that with you, my dear. Lots of good things will continue for you. Will continue. It's just going to get better and better. And when something happens, and this is not just for you, Ruth, I know you don't do this. This is someone else needs to hear this. Is when something happens that makes you uncomfortable, you don't like, don't say, oh, because a lot of us have done this in the past, could it get any worse? So please don't ask that, because the universe will answer you, will show you. Instead, we void that. Void. That's just an example question. Okay? Say, can it get any better than this? Let's up it. Can it get any better than this? Show me. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's do this. Make it so, number 1. Make it so. All right. Let's see. Nancy. Oh, you know what? I am so sorry. I've got to go back and yeah, Ruth. Okay. Robert and Nancy. I'm going to get to you guys because y'all made donations. Woo! I'm just so floating with the energies. All right. So before I get to anyone else. So Robert, I think I saw yours. Has Odin met me before? Yes, absolutely. You have. Now, Odin is a being. Odin is a being. He was considered one of the gods. But I want you to understand this. As we meet more star beings and giants still exist, okay? As we meet these people that were considered gods, please know that we are equals. We are all equals. The amount of advanced technology does not make someone a god, okay? Don't bow down to nobody. Don't, get off your knees, all right? Source doesn't want you. God, our divine creator, does not want you on your knees. Get up, stand up. When you're on your knees, you have your head down. That's a slave position. Get up. We are not slaves. We are co-creators, co-creating. All right? Stand tall, arm in arm with our sisters and brothers. We are all equals, no matter how they look. Just keep that in mind and don't let anyone ever treat you less than. Okay, wow. I guess that needed to come out. Okay, so yes, you have, and you will again. You will remember. All right. Anything else, Robert? Just go slow. Go slow. It's nice to have a friend. Always start with a friend. Friendships last longer. Take it slow. No rush, friend. So, yay! Much success with your new friend. All right, now Nancy. Let me go back up to Nancy. Nancy. Did I go too fast? I think I did. All right. Stop scrolling. Healing technology that I'm involved with now. So Nancy, the most powerful healing always comes from within. Anything outside of us, and there's a lot of new there's a lot of new technology even coming out. There's even if it's replication of Tesla's coil, I forget the actual term for that, but I've seen people copy that type of coil system for healings. It's no different than using copper, and for us to be grounded and connecting with this Earth's magnetics. It's really connecting with the ethers of this planet. So, but we can do this. We can do this. Now, I'm not against any type of, again, healing things outside of us, but the actual healing, in order to make it stick, has to be from within. It has to be your choice, and it takes some work as far as making sure that your mind, body, and soul are in alignment, that you're taking care of your body by what you're consuming, that you're taking care of your soul by meditating and getting up into the open, the higher frequencies. Get some sound healing, gong baths, whatever you can do to raise the vibration and the frequency, and the mind will settle down. We don't put the mind first. No, the Sacred Heart Center comes first. All right. And so when we do that, everything else becomes a little easier. A lot of you may notice your diet's changing. Okay. But this is for Nancy. So you're a very powerful healer because your energy is very healing. Any device that you're involved with, okay, you amplify that. So I'm kind of curious to know if someone would prefer your healing, a healing session with you, versus a healing session with any type of technology. Does that make sense? It's an accent. This is what I'm trying. Thank you. Can we get there quickly? Thank you. It's an accent to you. It's an accent to healing. It assists with healing, but it doesn't do all the healing. Let me tell you, with these med beds, from what I have heard, is that in order to activate these med beds, you have to get into the 5D. So those who meditate, we lay there. We do not have a hard time of kicking this thing on to repair our DNA. I also be very careful with that. We can do that ourselves. It just takes a little, work, but we can do it. And I'd be very cautious right now about paying to do anything like that. And I'm talking about not you, Nancy. I'm talking about some people are rolling out fake med beds, and they cost a lot of money. The correct benevolent med beds that will come out will be free to all, and we will know. You will know when it's time for that. Okay, so everything right now will help, Nancy. It's going to be successful, but it's going to always be changing. Okay, just when you okay, this is good, we're going this way, then it's going to change again. It's going to change. It's because healing as we know it is it's changing. It's going to just be really, really, I can't even see it. It's going so high I can't even talk because the words just aren't there. But you're on the right path with that, Nancy. Just keep on. But know that you are a powerful healer within yourself. And everything you do outside of that is just accenting. And you're going to teach people that too. Thank you. All right. Whoa. Destiny. Releasing that which no longer serves. That is not my truth, not mine, not me, authentic self. Any guidance from my authentic light team to help me get through this, the grace and ease of time permits. Destiny, we're all getting attacked, as there's deep purging going on right now, with all of us doing purging, with the earth doing purging, and the purging, and this is why I say when we release something, we want to rebalance it right away. So the purging, people are getting rid of things that's not rebalanced. We feel that. The empaths, sensitives, we feel all that. Now, healers, you should grab it without pulling it to you. You can just, I see you. That's not mine. You know what? I'm going to shine some light on you, rebalance you, and now you can be recycled. Now I've just helped. This is what we got to do. Okay? And so you're powerful, Destiny. You can do this too. And make sure you have your 12D shield. You put that Merkaba shield around you. And I am protected. I have the armor of God. I have the armor of Christ. I have the armor of Source on. Nothing's going to penetrate this. Nothing that is bad is going to penetrate this. Only good. Benevolence comes to me and through me. All right. And anything else, no, is going to bounce off. So you just keep working with that. The mind, though, too, can nip. The mind will grab onto something and wants to analyze it. No, not your barrel of monkeys. Don't even open it. We don't need to analyze it. You don't have time for that right now. No. All right. So there you go. Put some crystals around you. Clear quartz. You need some more clear quartz, Destiny, and that will really help you. And you hold it, and you hold one, and that will help you. Okay. Hold it a lot during your healing and meditation. All right. Clear quartz helps you ascend. Holding an agate or a dark colored gemstone helps to ground. But if you can ground naturally, you don't need that. Okay? All right, thank you. Sorry. All right. Sarah, insight on moving. Will it be soon? Girl, you were late. It should have been. It will happen as soon as y'all pack up and leave. I know it's hard. This definitely by the end of summer. I mean, it's just crescendoing, getting worse. Uncomfortable. It's getting more uncomfortable, isn't it? As each month moves on, as soon as you can, pack up and get out because you've already are starting to notice the changes there, and it's no longer suiting you. You know, the thing is that we may question, you're a powerful healer. Well, how come I can't change it? Because you know what? Sometimes an area is so saturated, you know, that, and when we get a call to move, let's just honor that call to move. All right. And because there might be a plan for that area and to protect you, you need to move. You get it? We can talk more on that if you need any more insight on that. But you know. I love you, Sarah. You got this. Robin, what about removing fear? What about removing fear? Well, you remove what you have, and then you don't allow any more in. And it's the mind, again, that wants to, like a cat, wants to play with the fear, analyze it, and just like, let me smack this around. Let me look at it from this angle, this. Don't even waste your time with it. Don't even. And remember that when we have fear, what is that from, and why is that? You're reminding me of something. Just hold on. Let me see if I guess you're the reason I wrote this down. Hold on. There was a great saying. Here it is. At any given moment, we have two options. We can step forward into growth, or we can step back into safety, or our idea of what we think safety is. All right? So, two options: move forward into growth or step back into safety. And there is no staying still because energy is constantly moving. And you think of like a moving sidewalk, so to speak, or a moving platform. All right, and you're right here. You want to move with it. And when we fight and resist, and you don't want to do anything, you're holding on. Guess what? That sidewalk's still moving forward, and it's pushing you backwards. It's pushing you backwards. You see that? You're not still because, the stillness really is to quiet the mind in meditation. But we're constantly moving. We're energy. We're pure energy. We're vibrating. And so it's got to be exhausting when you fight with yourself to stay into what you think your idea of safety is. Okay? So, yes. Be courageous. Be courageous. What's the next step? Ask your higher self, what's the next step? And actually take it. Actually listen and actually do it. You are divinely guided. And we all do kind of, hey, Yeah, right. Done that before too, kind of delayed things. And then you get to the point of where you'll do it, but you're kicking and screaming. And then you just get to the point to where, you know what, I trust 100% and I'm just going to do this now. Because you get tired. It's exhausting when you fight. And all you're doing is fighting yourself. That was the lessons learned. All I'm doing is fighting myself. That's it. Okay. I know it's 9. I want to answer everyone, so stick with me for a few minutes. Okay, Maureen, will justice be done on my son's case by August, which will be 11 years, or any time this year? Yeah, fall time, most definitely. If not August, September. It will, yes. Absolutely. It will. Justice. And your son says justice has already been served, but you need that closure too. Yeah. Okay. There's so much working with that, and there hasn't progress made that you're not aware of yet, but it most definitely saying by fall, so the end of August is right there, the end of summer, September, fall. So I asked for the seasons right now because the months, forget about it. Time, forget about it. But seasons, that's how I get that. So by fall, and it is this year. Okay. So I'll leave that with you. I love you, Maureen. I love each and every one of you. Hello, Sugar Kim. Okay, so Kim, ask me a specific question or what field or area in your life you would like some insight on, okay? Nancy, I totally agree with you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Nancy. Great, good. Thank you. Thanks, Tiffany. Being called by Odin, I never expected. That's, that's why I'm telling you're having conversation. You're equals. You're equals. But we all have something to learn from each other. All right? Okay. I'll leave that with you. Let's see, Sarah, the energy here is so heavy and thick anymore. I have felt a rush to pack in the last week. Thank you for validating it. Yes, as soon as you can, Sarah. Absolutely. Yeah. It's just going to get heavier. But you don't want it to get to the point that it's so heavy that you feel helpless and I can't do anything. That's why you got to go ASAP. Step into the uncomfortable. Absolutely, Richard. Yes. Robin, thank you so much. It makes total sense. I love you too, Robin. We all love you. And you know what? You got this, everybody. Veronica. Well, hello. Hello, Veronica. All right, Sugar Kim, Veronica. Ask a specific question or an area in your life that you want insight on, like job, love, something, or you can ask any other question, but it's got to be put in that type of format for me. Otherwise, has just started. We're at the end here, Veronica, but I'm making sure I get a message for everyone. Okay. You thought you were right on time. No. Oh, Veronica, the United States did the time shift this weekend, last night. Yeah. So move forward. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's it. It's Veronica. Yes. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the. Okay, so people in the other might be thinking too. Wait, where's the show? So yes, last night or early this morning, we went through our daylight savings time change. Okay, Veronica. So yes. So Veronica and Sugar Kim, if you want something really quick, go ahead and put that in there. Yeah. I forgot about that too. You know what? I'm not really affected by this spring forward by losing an hour. It's the fall one I don't like. That one really kicks me in the butt, doesn't it? All right, what area of your life, Veronica? Yeah, right, Maureen. August 27th is 11 years. Yeah. That's a power number, 11, by the way. Okay? So, you gotta have something. Something. Veronica, you doing your electroculture? If you are, take some pictures. I would love to share them. Next week, I will give an update on electroculture. I've been taking pictures of that. There was a show a couple weeks ago, and the topic does say electroculture. If you want to check that out, the topic so you can find it on YouTube. I can't remember what show that was. Let me look back on so I could give you the date, because I do write down sometimes the title of it. And oh yeah, it was February 5th, electroculture. Go back onto my February 5th show if you want to hear about electroculture. It's all over the place right now. I mean, as far as hearing about it, it's a big boom, but it's not new. It's old. It's again working with Earth's magnetism, and it's just amazing. So I will give you updates on what I've done to my house plants and how I can't wait to take that out into the garden. I have to wait a little bit here in Connecticut, but all right. Veronica, that makes sense. And I finally made it on the hour. Maybe just okay. So Veronica, go back and listen to, because before I gave messages, we did the burping forks. Okay, I played those, and so I don't want it to be rushed right now. Go back and listen to the replay, and there you go. Okay, my life is chaotic at the moment. Yes, yes. Well, flip that coin over and look at the beautiful part of it. There's chaos and then there's rebirth. And look at it this way, is that March, the spring equinox for us. Spring equinox is really the true new year. So you then would be in your fall, right? The fall equinox. It's coming up for you, if I remember correctly. Is that right, Veronica? Anyway, so that's still beautiful times. It's harvest time, but where you're living too can be chaotic. The world outside of you, for all of us, is chaotic. What is it like inside? All right. Much love to each and every one of you. I will see you next Sunday, 8 p.m. And I just appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. And just remember to shine brightly. You are that spark of the divine. We all are. And like the star in the darkness, shine, baby, shine. Keep shining brightly. Until next Sunday, much love to each and every one of you. Good night.